Hello and welcome back, my Royal Rogues. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue, and we are beginning to cover the visit to Colombia by the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, but with a cat. First of all, we have to send our best birthday wishes to Princess Anne, who today is her 74th birthday. An amazing woman with an amazing achievement in terms of all that she does with the royal family as a working royal. Is perhaps one of the hardest working royals ever. So happy birthday to her. And we continue with the visit of the dastardly duo, and the catch that I'm talking about is something that is quite delicate for us creators here in YouTube, and it thanks big shout out to Murky Meg who spotted this. First thing I noticed about these Harry and Meghan photos, most photos from the Colombia trip, that they are already there with the vice president, is the Archwell trademark in the bottom left, which means anyone using this photo can receive a DMCA takedown notice. We can get our channels into trouble, and I don't want to get my channel into trouble. Second thing, why is she lugging around a big white bag to an engagement event? And that's why I resorted to creating the most accurate possible image with AI. This cannot be taken down because this is not an actual photo, but it replicates what is going on in, well, Colombia with Harry and Meghan. Meghan was wearing a navy blue dress with black shoes, which everybody was talking about. It's something that I don't know. It works in men when we wear a navy suit, black shoes. Wherein women, I don't know, but I would like to know what is your opinion on this. But yes, she was carrying this big white handbag to their first encounter with Colombia's VP, and it was a bit odd to watch. What is she using that big white handbag for? Is she carrying something in there, or is for taking souvenirs home, or maybe emeralds, maybe baby powder? I don't know, but maybe souvenirs for the kids. It's your guess is as good as mine. And before we go with another of our AI generated images, we got this from Stephanie Sidley. Thank you, Stephanie. Big shout out to your channel as well, the Sidley twins. Vice President Marcus mentioned in her briefing today that Princess Diana was scheduled to visit Colombia in 1997 before her death. Looks like they played the Diana card sooner than we thought. Shameful. Because you know that we have all these recurring themes over and over again, and they have to exploit the Diana card over and over again. Why? It's because there's nothing new about Harry and Meghan. And you remember that Colombia, one of the reasons that Colombia's VPs was inviting Harry and Meghan was for the enrichment and the defending women's rights and innovation and whatever was the other thing is the online bullying stuff, which Meghan somehow knows, even if she never had social media accounts after she was engaged to Harry and all this stuff, and there was no comments open in none of those programs and shows that she made. And we also have reactions, thanks to Diana on X, reactions just below the VP's speech welcoming Harry and Meghan. Such stupid achievements of this government bringing to ordinary American citizens. And that visit would be more than just a tax expense. How would it benefit Colombia? It was a very rough. These are one of the best ones. Such CC achievements of this government, inviting a couple of parasites who don't even have a degree, wanting to spend money on nonsense just because this idiot saw them in a series of Netflix. Incredible. Yes, this is something that Colombia's VP said, that she thought of inviting them because she saw them on a Netflix series. What the F? Is this real? Are we living in a simulation? But tell the Colombians how much they paid to bring this pair of freeloaders, pure strategic smoke to divert the disastrous misgovernment of Petro Gustavo. How much does it cost to bring this pair? They earn millions of euros. They say this visit is so important. What is Meghan Markle's merit? Marrying a prince? Better tell us how much it costs us to bring this pair of good-for-nothing celebrities. And there's something that the VP said on that speech before she was talking about Harry and Meghan. She said that she was happy that she finally made the 25th of July the day of women and girls from African descent. The kind of things that it is nice, okay, like having a date for them, but then at the end of the day, this is just a way to distract from the actual things, and that's what the visit of Harry and Meghan was for. Just distract from the real issues that Colombians are going through with Gustavo Petro's presidency and government. And this is another AI picture that I just got generated. And this is pretty much how was encounter of Meghan and the VP. It was not that close at all. It was not warm. Was very diplomatic. Even Harry's approach to greeting the VP was a bit more warm, but not so much. And when Harry was greeting the VP, Meghan was almost between them. Like she had to, be there somehow. Meghan had her picture with Francia Marquez, but when it was Harry's turn, Meghan had to be, in the picture as well. Because that Harry cannot do anything by himself. It always has to include Meghan in some form or another. And this is something that they put on their Archwell, the Sussex.com website. In her official residence, Vice President Marquez hosted the couple for a formal audience. Over coffee, tea, and delicious pat de bono, the Vice President shared her vision and love for Colombia, passion for mental health, and devotion to preventing online harms. Again, this is all, it's feeling, not feeling that feelings or emotions, feeling that, trying to feel an empty space, a smoke screen, trying to do something to distract from their non-achievements as government. I don't want to get too political about that, but sadly, this is what we can work with right now, these AI images. I don't want to get my channel into trouble. And also, big shout out to Harry's great suit. Prince Harry will not attend uncle's funeral due to security fears. I asked Grok, which is Twitter's AI, about Harold not going to his uncle's funeral, and this is what the answer was. Even Grok knows he's full of manure. And Grok says, in a shocking twist of events, Prince Harry has decided to skip out on his own uncle's funeral due to security fears. But don't worry, he will be braving the dangerous wilds of Colombia instead. After all, what's a little international kidnapping when you've got the UK's most wanted security risk to avoid? Maybe if Robert Fellows had been buried in Medellin, Harry would have made the trip. But again, my rogues, I would love to know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. Much love and bliss.